Hi everyone, I'm Ali Graymond. Today I wanted to talk about a question I get asked, and this is what if I will never recover? I know all those other people are recovering, but what if I'm that 10% or 5% that never is going to recover? And you have to understand that your recovery is completely in your hands. Even though you might not feel like this in the moment, it really is in your hands. What you do every moment of the day really matters. So if you say, well, I analyzed all day or I've done rituals all day, and what if I never recover? Well, realistically speaking, if you keep going like this, you will never recover until you start actively doing the work. And this will take as long as you let it take, right? So you can do this in a week, you can do this in a month, you can do compulsions for the next 10 years, you know? So you have to uh, take responsibility, but at the same time, know that you have power, you know? You have power to change the course of your life, the course of OCD, by simply focusing on disregarding every moment of the day. And simply, I kind of, I understand it's obviously not simple, but the theory is simple. You know, you know what you need to do. You just need to do it all the time. And really need to understand that there is no other way. If you've tried medication already and, it works the way it does, not going to get into it, you know, for some people a little bit more, for some people not at all, but really it's not much. It doesn't take the thoughts away generally for most people. Pretty much everybody I've ever talked to, you know. Um, some people on the forums say, oh, well, it helped me. Well, if it helped you, then why do you still have OCD problems then if it helped you, right? So it's like, it only will take a certain percentage down. It will take the anxiety down a notch. There's a lot of side effects that also come with it. So it's not the answer. The recovery work is the answer. The recovery work will make all the OCD disappear, you know, in its entirety. So, but you do have to do the recovery work for that to work. So it's if you are not doing the work right now, if things are not going good, if you got caught up in analyzing, use this as a reset point that, okay, haven't done good in the last week, fine, things happen. I got to start doing better now. So from now on, whatever thought I get, if it has to do with the same theme, I'm going to disregard. I'm not going to do compulsions. I'm going to push through. And having that, outlook on things every day, every day is probably not even the correct way of saying it. Every hour, because it gets you every moment of the day, right? So if you are okay, well, today I'm just going to disregard, but then come evening time, you know that you've been paying attention to it all day long, right? So if you keep yourself accountable every hour of the day, which I know is annoying and I know it just adds a new layer to the things you have to do, but keeping yourself accountable, especially on the really bad days when you feel like you're losing hope, will show you that, well, look at, I really pushed through the last 3 hours. I didn't do whatever rituals, the analyzing you do, taking the thought seriously, getting reassurance, all these things, right? As well as physical compulsions, obviously. I didn't do any of this in the last few hours, and I actually, I'm starting to kind of feel better. At first you will feel worse because the brain kind of craves that reassurance, but you will see that you came out of it, you didn't do compulsions, you start to go on this new path, you just have to sit through the difficult time. I recommend not just sitting there, but being busy when it's really difficult. And I understand that when you are being busy, it's very hard to focus on everything or anything. But at least giving your mind some other food for thought where it has to focus on something else will sidetrack the anxiety a little bit and give you enough breathing room in order to push through. So you're not running away from the thought, you're just giving your mind something else to focus on, so it's easier for you to dismiss. That distinction is very important, because if you are paying a lot of attention to the thought and then you run away from it because you don't want to have the thought, it's kind of like two sides of the same coin. You're still scared both ways, whether you run away from it or you're analyzing, right? But here, what you're saying, the message is different. The action is similar, but the message is different. That you're saying, I'm not afraid of the thought. It's just an OCD thought, but I have better things to do, and I'm going to do those. And doing that will push you through the difficult times and reset the whole process in the positive direction. So if you're having a bad day, this is not, oh, I've gotten back to square one. It might feel like you're at square one. You're really not, but you do have to pick it up, and you do have to pick it up right now in terms of how you're reacting to the thoughts. What compulsions are you doing? And identifying other outside situations, such as, are you stressed? Is there too much going on? And creating a situation where your focus is on your recovery. And in the same way, right, the focus on your recovery means not focusing on the recovery and focusing on the rest of your life. So it kind of comes full circle. But if you're extremely overly stressed in your everyday life, that's not going to help you, in terms of recovery. You want to be, fairly busy, but not overly busy where you feel overwhelmed, because that's not good. The brain should not feel overwhelmed right now with real life, because it's already overwhelmed with OCD, whether you feel it or not. I hope you find my videos helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I do daily videos, so please subscribe. If you would like to do the recovery program, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. I'll see you tomorrow.